Welcome back, guys. This is going to be game 2 of this best of 3 between Tesla Azure and We Forgot Rosh. This is the semi-finals of the Australian, very first tournament in Australia for Dota 2. And I'm quite excited after seeing that first game. Tesla really dominated that, didn't they, Snow?
They ripped that to shreds. There was just nothing that We Forgot Rosh could do about it after about the 10-minute mark. They were just that far behind.
And they were just trying to go for this this Shadow Demon disruption into Ice Path with the Sunstrike coming down from Invoker, but they just didn't quite have enough damage coming out, and it just really hurt them when they couldn't get those pickoffs. And the superior ganking of Tesla with that Chen, with that Windrunner, just getting a couple of easy kills on the Invoker, and the relay they just controlled that game and then just brought it to a 17-minute GG, was it?
18 minutes,
18
yeah,
minute
it
GG.
was pretty crazy. It was such a quick game. I mean, with that level 1 Rosh and the 2-minute tier 1 at top, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was very, very, very quick indeed. And, man, the only mistake I think that Tesla made was missing that level 1 Rosh.
That's just it. The rest of the game they did fantastically. They were zoning out We Forgot Rosh really, really well. And, you know, they were picking them off wherever they could, especially that hero mode Windrunner in mid.
And Tesla, who we thought was oranges, is not oranges at all.
I'm going to keep calling him oranges anyway.
I didn't even remember what I said the first time. This is the problem with weird names, guys. When you're a caster and you're seeing it for the first time, if your name is just weird like that, I mean, I'm gonna call him whatever I want.
Yeah, I looked at that and I saw oranges. So why not? If he wants to just be called Fruit, then you can do that. You can just call him Fruit. That's fine. I'm sure he won't mind.
Well, we'll call him oranges or fruit or orange. Okay. Is there a difference between the fruit and the colour? That is the question.
Well, you can eat the fruit. You
That's
can't
true.
eat the colour orange. You can try,
Well,
but
you
it
can
probably
try.
tastes like an orange piece of paper.
There's difference in the pronunciation.
I didn't realise there was a difference between orange and orange.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
There you
Yeah.
I guess it's imperceptible to us plebs.
I mean, honestly, that's just for those higher tier Dota players who can they just show off their skills with the difference between pronunciation.
Exactly, that's just it. Maybe you just got to put a slight roll of the tongue in there. Maybe say with a French accent. That might do it.
I don't know if I can pull off French. But we're heading into the draft now, heading back into this game. And really, they just have to ban out that Chen.
I would definitely expect to see a tier 1 Chen ban here. I would be very surprised to not see it.
Because honestly, the Chen's healing, just being able to save those heroes, was just quite hard to match from We Forgot Rosh, and this just really has to come out, or unless they can think they can counter it with like a Nyx or a Windrunner, pardon me, a Clinks. That's the only way I can see this Chen getting through. But that's really if they think about it.
Yeah, exactly. And that tier 1 ban there for Nyx Assassin and Magnus, which is interesting because Magnus we didn't see until the tier 2 last time. So why do you think that's moved up to tier 1? I
actually do not know. It depends. It could come out as a counter pick for what if We Forgot Rosh were trying to do. But really, I don't think Tesla are interested in that mag pick at all. So I think that was kind of wasted.
That's just it. I mean, Tesla were the ones that banned out Mag last time, if I recall. I may be mistaken with that.
No, that's right.
Yeah, it should be interesting. They may be trying a lineup that would just be hard countered by Mag.
Yeah, I mean, the Mag's reverse polarity and skewer and powerful laning presence with Shockwave and giving him power to his melee carry. I mean, those are all very powerful things, but it just wasn't even looked at last game. I mean, they could have picked it up in that first round of picking.
Yeah, they definitely could have.
And the lone druid ban, and they're letting... Oh, no, they're not. They just don't want to contest that. And they're letting the Chen through.
Now, this is interesting because they could dominate with that. And, of course, the Batrider, because that wasn't banned out. This should be very interesting because that's an incredibly strong mid.
Yeah, I mean, I would not want to be up against a Batrider. I mean, he's quite powerful. I mean, that Flaming Lasso, the Sticky Napalm... Man, everything about Batrider is just so powerful. And there's a Keeper of the Light and Darkseer pickup from We Forgot Rosh. I mean, Keeper of the Light, very powerful support player, can dominate lanes with his Illuminate, giving mana to all of his heroes. I mean, if they go for a PL, I mean, I don't know if that's the right choice. I mean, they're going to go up for this early game strat again.
And yeah, there we go. We see that Shadow Demon Chen combo again. And I don't know why they didn't ban out that Chen, because it was so obvious they were going to go for it again.
And this is a PL pickup, and I don't think this is the right answer. I mean, Tesla Azure have just been showing that their early game is where they're focused. And unless they really counter up this Chen, I can really see another really short push-focused team coming out from Tesla. And they just got to have answers for that. I mean, Coddle does stop that early game push with his Illuminate, but he can't be everywhere across the map if he's playing full support.
That's just it, and I can't see this working out too well in the favour of them. And a very interesting ban there on the OD.
The OD, I mean, I would expect that maybe to come out from We Forgot Rosh, because OD obviously countering out PL to a great extent.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I would have thought that, yeah, Tesla would pick that up. I'm not sure why they banned that.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, I would probably more expect the Lifestealer to come out from We Forgot Rosh just to maybe pick off those Chen creeps, but they're banning it out now. I mean, again, they got to have an answer for this push. I mean, the Shadow Demon has swapped teams this game, but that is a powerful, skill disruption that was shown to its effectiveness last game. But really, they can use this just to pick off a hero, be able to save himself from Keeper of the Light's Illuminate. I mean, it's a pretty long wind-up time.
Exactly, and going with this Batrider early game, I don't think that, like you said, PL is not the answer to this. He's not a great early game hero.
But when he gets that, those 3 items, those 4 items up, he can just clearly rape a whole team fight. I mean, he's quite powerful. We saw that in the defense. He's just very powerful at the moment.
He is. Problem is, he's not by the 18-minute mark, and that's where the last game finished.
I mean, they're going to have to be able to turtle this quite far. I mean, Darkseer and Keep the Light, obviously, powerful turtle heroes. And Tesla just taking up their time with this next ban, and it's Enigma. They don't really want to go up against this jungle and Black Hole.
And the instant ban there on Luna. That's interesting. So it looks like they don't want to face that again, but they're more than willing to face the Chen.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Luna's probably a good ban again. I mean, PL with all of his solutions with the Eclipse, it just kind of counters that out a little bit.
Yeah, I would have thought that, with that and people like Keeper of the Light just dominating the lane, that they wouldn't be too bothered to face Luna.
I mean, the Keeper of the Light Phantom Lancer is a very, very strong lane, obviously, with Phantom Lancer being able to check out those Lancers pretty much as often as he likes with Keeper of the Light, just giving him mana through, obviously, that Chakra Magic.
And the Prophet ban, which is very interesting. They obviously don't want him bouncing all over the place, countering their push, which is fair enough, because they're doing a lot of push.
And obviously they're trying to also ban out those jungle heroes with Enigma, and Enigma also being banned out. I mean, Enigma can push very, very hard with his Eidolons. And there's a Batrider pickup, ban, just to make sure that they can't get vision on the PL. And an Anti-Mage coming out for Tesla.
It's an instant pick on that one. They were obviously hoping that they wouldn't get banned out. And they got it straight away. I think this should be a very quick game again. This
will be very interesting though. Normally Anti-Mages like to, sit out in that jungle, farm up with their items, just get a full inventory, become very powerful, and then dominate that mid-late game. And Brewmaster picking up. Sorry for the delay on that one. Was not watching the screen. Brewmaster. Now, often he's been played mid, but mid against Batrider?
Yeah, I mean, Brewmaster is a fantastic mid if you play him right, but I don't think he's a good choice against Batrider.
I mean, maybe they're channeling him as an offlane hero, but I'll probably say Darkseer would be going in that offlane, and I haven't seen a good Brewmaster jungle strat before, so this is going to be a very dangerous strat for, I guess, Miracle Drug is their mid player, I would say, but man, if he can pull that off, Brewmaster's ulti, very, very powerful in team fight, and he's also a very good turtling hero.
And the Puck there. So this should be really interesting, because they can either go Batrider or Puck mid and chuck the other one in the offline.
Well, I'd probably say that Puck would go mid against this Brewmaster. Just being able to silence him out, and Batrider would go on this off lane. Just because of that Firefly, just being able to get him out of trouble.
Yeah, I think either of them would counter the Brewmaster really well because, you know, being a melee hero, they can just poke at him all day long.
And then just get his HP down and then use the spells to just hopefully get up a kill.
That's it, and with Firefly and Illusory Orb, both of them would be able to get much better rune control.
And the good thing coming out with Puck is just the sheer amount of team fight that it brings. I mean, Batrider is very good single target, you know, he's got a little bit of AoE, but Puck is pretty much all AoE. Anti-Mage, very single target. Shadow Demon, very single target again. So they're just going to try and pick off these heroes with the Puck, just trying to hope for that team fight.
That's just it. They've got some great initiation with the Batrider so that he can lasso someone out. And then as soon as they try to follow that up and pick off the Batrider, Puck's going to pop straight in, drop his ulti, and the team is just going to fall to pieces.
I mean, with the Science, obviously that's going to be a Darkseer out of the way, unless you can get a Vacuum Wall up very, very quickly. And it should be able to stop PL from creating too many illusions for a little bit. But if they leave this too late, that's going to be very dangerous. And a Rubik pickup coming as the last pick for We Forgot Rosh.
This should be very interesting. I'm looking forward to this game because the Puck and the Batrider together is a great combination that can brutalize anyone.
Now I'm really interested in see whether they're going to go for this offensive tri-lane again that has been was picked up in lots of games, obviously, with the Chen going into the enemy jungle. And if they're going to do a surprise Rosh, which I would not think that would happen in this game.
That's just it. I don't think that level 1 Rosh is going to work 2 games in a row in the same series.
I don't know if they're going to check it though. I'm just going to start with the Dire again, and we've got Tesla Situ just playing up on that Chen. Very confident with his micro. Just being a little bit good there. We've got the Puck, we've got Fingerface playing that, and who's heading the moment towards the offlane. So we could have an offlane Puck. Interesting. And we've got Deckers on the Anti-Mage, or just showing off his half set there. And we've got Orange on the Shadow Demon again, playing their support hero. And we've got Nightcrawler again on the Batrider. He's going to be going for that Bottle Rush, so he's definitely going mid. And that leaves the Puck definitely going bottom here.
That's very interesting. I would have picked the pick the Puck.
You would have picked the Puck, eh?
Yeah, exactly. I would have picked the Puck to go mid because he needs rune control more than Batrider does. Just because Sticky Napalm is so cheap.
And just getting out that Observer Ward, just trying to block that camp. And Miracle Drug looks like he's going to be soloing that Brewmaster in bot lane.
Indeed.
And is heading up top. Are they going to meet? I think they're just putting out the ward so they know that the Anti-Mage is there. And he's Rubik just saying, hi, we're here.
Just getting a little bit of poke there.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll just continue with Silvos on the Rubik. For We Forgot Rosh. Pandy on the Phantom Lancer. Meatbag playing support on the Coddle. Picking up an early level of Illuminate. And that leaves Pandepic again on the Darkseer. Again on the Darkseer? He wasn't playing Darkseer last game. Wow. let's just be correct here. Now, pause coming out from the Chen.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this game. The dynamic between the Batrider and the Puck, going from that initiation into the massive team fight. I don't know if We Forgot Rosh are ready for that with this kind of team makeup.
A little bit of trolls coming out from Miracle Drug here. And I was concerned about this Puck going offlane, but really, against the Brewmaster, I can see this working out.
That is true, but when he went offlane, he wasn't sure who was going to be there.
I mean, I still think he doesn't know, unless he's been spotted out by this ward. I'm not exactly sure, though, if he's been seen.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it is a bit of a gamble if you're relying on that's where he's going to be, because, of course, they could run the tri-lane in the other side.
And in that case, I'd say that Puck would just get absolutely no farm and just be shut down.
Exactly.
But it looks like they're going to go for an offensive tri-lane here, with the Rubik and the PL and the Keeper of the Light. Obviously, with that Illuminate spam, just going to be able to harass the crap out of this Anti-Mage and Shadow Demon, with Chen safely in their jungle. I mean, I think that may be the answer for, obviously, them being able to get farm up on their PL. But it won't be so good for their supports, because they probably won't be able to pick off the AM, unless, they could be able to pick off the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, it should be really interesting going with this heavy push side. With Chen being around there, I mean, I don't know if it's going to work that well for them.
I mean, Chen would obviously have to rotate unless they win a team fight, obviously in that top lane, and then push down that tower. Otherwise, I think that this combo should be able to keep them out.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice going with an offensive tri-lane here against, you know, the anti-mage, and, you know, pairing him with the Shadow Demon. They're going to be able to stay away from getting killed. Yeah, they're not going to be easy to pick off, and that's really what I think We Forgot Rosh is trying to do.
Yeah, they did get picked off all over the map last time, and that's something that I think they're just really trying to stop. Just being afraid of those ganks coming out from Tesla.
It should be very interesting to see as well, with Narcotic being the mid Batrider, how early he starts ganking.
Now we saw from I think it was who played on
that was the Bug Buddies Yellow Solar
mid.
Yeah,
Yellow Solar mid. Yeah, with where they ran that Batrider who just as soon as he got his bottle, just grabbed a haste rune, grabbed an invis rune, ganked top, and was really powerful on that, and just racked up some kills.
That's just it. Yeah, he was a really powerful ganker. He did fantastic work. His timing was impeccable. They picked off a lot of kills. But of course that was the game with the Clinks offlane. And the Clinks just got free farm and then ended up turning the game around on them.
Indeed.
So I don't know if that's going to be the case this time, because it's a Brewmaster offlane. And he's not going to be able to get free farm against a Park.
Definitely not be able to get that free farm, but at least I think that lane will be a little bit more in favour of the Puck. But I still think the Brewmaster should be able to get some farm up. I mean, he does have the Stout Shield, obviously, and a lot of regen.
Yeah, he will definitely be able to get some farm, but he's not going to be able to convert into that hard carry, which I think is what they're going to need, because I can't see PL just getting free farm in top lane.
Yeah, they should be able to contest this top lane farm a little bit. I'm obviously talking about Tesla here. And this is a very long pause coming out now. Oh, man. Honestly, lags. Yeah.
A miracle drug there, still just poking away with the humour stick.
He's just trying to, you know, just get these laughs. I mean... And is that meant to be like a chair, or...?
Not sure. Maybe a cat or a horse.
And then it's just become scribble with maybe a little bit of male profanity there.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you get bored, is you start drawing things on the minimap, of course.
May have learnt from Sing Sing.
Maybe just a little bit.
Or just maybe trying to practice their Sing Sing skills. Sing Sing really showing the way of how to control and draw on your minimap.
Oh, looks like we're good to go here. The Chen's back, ready to go.
Lovely, lovely. Obviously, we can't call strat pauses. Which is pretty much, I think that's what we call every single time we see a pause out.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, regardless of what time it's at. It's straight away, obvious strat pause. You know, 3 of their teams DC'd obvious strat pause.
Oh yeah, they're just wanting to lure us into a false sense of security.
That's exactly.
Ping's going out. I'm just wanting to know where everything's at. And I think I'm going to enable that one. Get some Nature's Prophet. Calling these mega kills out.
There we go, dropping down that rune ward at top there by that Chen.
And is this going to be a Darkseer mid? And I think that he's going to hope to be able to get last hits against this Batrider with obviously his Iron Shell.
It's a very interesting choice.
He should be able to get away with his Surge, and at least early game, unless he gets an Invis rune or anything like that. I don't see the Batrider being able to get any of these kills up.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time though, he's not going to be able to pick off that Darkseer if the Darkseer is playing it properly, dropping his Surge whenever he needs to. But he's not going to be able to get any farm. This Batrider is going to outlane him so badly. And if he can just get that farm and then pop up and gank, get straight back into lane without losing too much time, I don't know what We Forgot Rosh are going to do to deal with that.
And that's just Chen grabbing his first center. I don't know if he's going to be wanting to gank just quite yet. I think he's going to wait until they've got at least level 2 up on these heroes. And just wait until the level 2 gank comes out from the Chen.
And it's still very early stages, but you can see that Batrider is really pulling ahead here in the last hits.
Yeah, he's 7-1 now. And there's not much that that really this Darkseer can do in this lane. Unless the Batrider lets the Iron Shell hit him. I mean, that's going to be a little bit unfortunate.
Still, though, he did get a couple of charges of his Napalm off on the Darkseer and got a couple of hits in there, forced a tango, so I think it was a good trade.
And we see just this Puck just harassing Miracle Drug down, but that is a very, very misused reality rift there, phase shift, sorry. And he was lucky he didn't lose more HP there.
That's true.
I mean, I like that change on Pike, enabling the, that you have to click your phase shift instead of using the auto cast like it did before that patch. But man, you would really expect Puck to be doing a little bit more in this lane.
Yeah, definitely. I am surprised that the Brewmaster is laning so well against him.
And yeah, that's just a really surprise factor. And that is a haste rune on the Batrider. But he's only level 4, he doesn't have his lasso up yet. And PL just taking a bit of damage.
Some poke on the Shadow Demon.
Didn't quite use enough channel there, not quite enough damage coming out. But the PL had to heal then, use his salve, and just make sure he doesn't get too low in lane. But this anti-mage just 5-2.
Yeah, I didn't expect that he would be getting a lot of farm because he is against a really heavy push tri-lane. But he's doing pretty well stopping the PL as well, because the PL's only 9-3.
Yeah, and that's really not what they want from this offensive trial, and they really need to be able to force this PL to just get massive amounts of farm, just so he can get to that really powerful stage of his game earlier.
Puck's getting some good poke in bot lane. He's forcing some regen here on the bottle from Brewmaster. But yeah, I don't know. Brewmaster's getting some really good farm.
Yeah, quite surprising.
I was not expecting this, but I guess that Stout Shield is stopping him from taking as much damage as I was expecting.
And obviously Puckton doesn't really have that early game mana that we really see him become unkillable with later on in the game. That's true. And that's a smoke gank coming up now from Tesla with the Chen. He's got an Ursa creep, and I think they're just waiting. They do, of course, have some vision via that Sentry Ward. If they start edging in with that smoke, it's probably a little bit mistimed, and the lane's slightly pushed a little bit too far.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't have thought that was a great time to smoke gank because it is, out of position with the lane being so pushed, and as soon as they get close, the smoke disappears. And that's as well as the Sentry Ward, that's also a Vision Ward there, just to make sure they know where the heroes are, just so that then they can get off that gank a little bit. Getting some great poke on that Puck. And this is the power of Brewmaster with Thunderclap. And obviously that one level out in Drunken Baller just gives him that little bit of evasion, chance to crit as well, and ganking coming up now from the Shadow Demon. Is the Darkseer in trouble? He's just going to surge out, but a perfectly timed disruption. Oh, and the knockback there from Batrider as well. And this should be down. There we go. And that is a great first blood coming out from Necrolic. And that haste rune letting him get out in time so that he wasn't taking too much tower damage as well. And double damage rune now for Batrider as well. Man, this is what we were talking about with Batrider mid. Now, one thing I'm very interested in is the fact that Puck has not bought anything. He's got 3 GG branches and 1,300 coin. Now, I'm not exactly sure what exactly he'd be saving for. See, I would expect that he's going for a Blink Dagger, but I wouldn't think that you would get that before anything else. Yeah. You normally see him get up some early regen, maybe get, well, you would get boots as well, and then go for your Blink Dagger. I don't know if this is the right choice from him. Yeah, he's just waiting at the moment. I'm not exactly sure why, indeed. I mean, early Blink Dagger on Puck could help him, but he just doesn't have enough mana just to be able to initiate with all of his skills and still be able to get away. That's just it. I mean, Blink Dagger is used as the escape tool, and you can't go in, pop all your abilities on Puck, and then blink out this early in the game, because he just doesn't have the mana, and he doesn't have the regen. Tri-lane still falling in favour of, now the PL, by a little bit more now, up by 13 last hits in comparison to this anti-mage. Batrider's still doing really well in mid though. He's leading in last hits, getting some good poke on Darkseer. Taking a tower hit there, but it's not too bad because he's got his bottle up.
And that's something which I probably can't say for the... Yep, he definitely doesn't have bottle. Just having to hide out the back. Use that Iron Shell to just push that lane a little bit, maybe get some last hits, and gank coming up.
Going on Brewmaster as well.
Puck may have to wait because there's a flaming lasso up on the Rubik.
Oh,
disruption coming out, just trying to get the extra damage out, and that is an easy kill. And TP coming out from the Brewmaster.
On the one from Batrider. Oh,
that is so
almost
close
getting
to
the pick on
falling.
Brewmaster.
90 HP. And that is a very close as well on Shadow Demon, cooling down to 50 HP. Just not being able to pinch those heroes out. Probably could have tried to last hit him with the Illuminate, but it was just slightly off target.
That's just it.
And that was a great gank from the Batrider. And this is what we're talking about, the ganking from Tesla. They just need to have those wards up. From I'm obviously talking about I'm obviously talking about We Forgot Rosh needs to have those wards up early, and at the moment they have no ward coverage on the map at all, except for this little sentry ward just there.
That's just it, and that's a pretty big mistake from them. They need that vision, especially against the Batrider. And Brewmaster at bot with his bottle, he needs to be able to see the rune so that he can get it before Batrider does, because otherwise he's just going to have to courier run it.
And he does have a fair bit more to walk. I mean, coming from bottom lane to obviously the bottom rune, but going from bottom lane to the top rune is just simply not going to happen. So he's not going to be able to contest all of these.
He's going up top. It looks like they might be going for a little bit of a gank here. Or maybe not.
Or maybe just the lane rotation.
They could, yeah, he could just be staying up there, you know, get some defense in while everyone else is away from the lane.
And I'm not exactly sure. I think this is just going to be an anti-mage rotating bot or mid, just to try and get up a little bit more farm, because he obviously has pretty much nothing at the moment.
And the Brewmaster and the PL swapping around there as well, so that the PL can get free farm while Puck's up in top lane.
And yeah, Chen not really ready to gank up just yet, or is he? I think he's coming across now. But he only has... Oh, I'm just being caught out there.
Getting the pick on the Coddle.
Puck is also in danger at the same time, but he gets out with the Illusory Orb, and Batrider just comes charging in, but Brewmaster ulti just splitting into those pandas, trying to get off some pickups, just using all of that on there, and that is going to be a very dead Rubik, and Puck just being able to pick off the Keeper of the Light as well.
That's absolutely a fantastic pick there from Tesla.
And this is quite dangerous now. Then there is going to be a dead Brewmaster, just falling out, not running away with his split, and just coming back into it, going back to his original form, and they just waited for him, and this lassoed up, and then he was down.
That's just it. That was a fantastic gank. That was a 3-for-0 trade. Absolutely brilliant. The only positive thing about that they got was that PL's been in bot lane farming, but that's, you know, the last hits that he gets from that maybe 6, as opposed to 3 of his team dying. That's, yeah. Definitely.
And that is going to be kill up on the Rubik, and Coddle just being able to pinch out the Puck. That was a very cheap kill, but that is the power of the Coddle, just being able to get up on those kills.
That's just it, and he didn't pop phase shift in time to get away from it.
Now that's when the skill comes with Puck, obviously needing to get those phase shifts, just perfect timing. Got to be very quick on those fingers. And Anti-Mage just getting slightly harassed by this Iron Shell, not really being able to do so much at the moment. Doesn't have a level up on Mana Break either, just went for the defensive build of Blink and Mana Shield. I mean Spell Shield, pardon me.
Indeed, and Darkseer now is starting to get some decent farm, being able to pop back to that level 1 creep camp. He's working on getting his hood up. He's almost finished the hood, obviously then moving straight to pipe. But yeah, I don't know, because Darkseer is the one on their team getting all the farm. PL's got a little bit, but it's nothing fantastic.
The net worth of Batrider is just really showing out, and there's going on the top lane here, and that is going to be the Brewmaster falling.
Good Can they pick up the Coddle as well? They might be able to.
Depends how much mana Puck has. I don't think he's going to go in. He's not going to use anything there. He was only on 200 HP.
Yeah, not able to get off that disruption because of, obviously, the mana issues there on Shadow Demon.
And at least I got the end of that kill. I didn't quite get the initiation. And that's Chen just sending back the Shadow Demon. The Shadow Demon. maybe he thinks he's cool by putting a D at the start of his name.
The ping there coming out from Batrider in bot lane, it looks like he might be wanting to push this tier 1 tower, maybe force the PL away.
Oh, Rubik pausing up there. No, I think this one is going to be a little bit more decisive on whether it's a strat pause or not.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment they are definitely at a loss. Tesla's playing fantastically. They're ganking really well. The Batrider is owning. He's doing fantastically. Darkseer is the one on the team with the most farm for We Got Rosh. And, yeah, I don't know.
Batrider is only 32 gold away from his Boink Dagger. And as soon as he gets that, he'll be able to jump in and just Losu someone and then get him out. And at this stage, they don't have anything which can really fight it.
That's just it. And, you know, 11 minutes into the game, everybody's still split up. They're not team pushing because the laning phase isn't quite over yet. And if they don't team up and start pushing as a team, I mean, they're gonna get picked off, and that Batrider will just be able to solo someone. He won't need anyone else there to help him.
And Arcane Boots and Wand now up on the puck, so that at least is something.
Well, it's better than rushing Blink Dagger, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's a little bit better. At least he has tier 2 boots, and you know. Oh, and there's a lot of stacks of sticky napalm now up, and yeah, there's nothing really
there as well with Darkseer coming in to surge him.
There's nothing really that Batrider can do against that. Just taking a little bit of tower hits. Probably not something that he wants.
And the anti-mage, now that the Darkseer is out of lane, is getting free farm. Not the best last hitting, but, you know, he's doing pretty well.
And he doesn't really have that much on him. Probably looks like he's going to be going for that Battle Fury. But really, that's just, I think that's just to secure that late game, just in case they weren't able to push this out, and the PL just manages to get some crazy farm, that they have an answer to that.
And Chen coming in with the creeps here, obviously trying to push that tier 1 mid tower, get some extra money on anti-mage, and get up an early Battle Fury. Because he's about on target at the moment. If he can get it out any earlier, that would be fantastic.
And Puck just hiding in the trees, and they're just trying to push down this tier 1 and trade for mid, I think. But I think it's going to be an easier push just for the Tesla at the moment, obviously with the Chen creeps. And there's obviously initiation here coming. Batrider coming in, TPing. And that is Puck just coming in with the illusory orb. But there's an ultimate.
Falls, Rubik falls.
And that is an ultimate coming out from the Brewmaster, being able to disable that Batrider with... and Puck just surviving. But he's run into the Coddle. And Coddle's trying to dive him out, and he's just going to miss him. And Batrider, blink!
Fantastic!
And he's trying to TP out now, but there's nothing really he can do. And that is going to be 3 heroes down now. And that is just not quite worth it. Not quite what they wanted to do. Being able to get that tier 1 out on mid and just TPing back. And that is a very decisive play by Tesla.
That is, yeah, that has definitely put Tesla well in the lead. I mean, we forgot Rosh. The only thing they got out of that was a kill on the Shadow Demon, which, you know, is nothing because it's early game support. You know, it's a little bit of money here, but... Yeah.
He can really afford to die. He doesn't really have to worry about that so much.
Yeah.
And on this bot lane, Anti-Mage just getting a little bit harassed by the Darkseer. But still, not enough really on Darkseer to be able to contest anything that, that Tesla are really throwing at them.
Yeah, exactly. And we saw, especially in that last little bit of a team fight, that this Puck really knows what he's doing. His timing on those abilities was, you know, picture perfect. He got out with that, what was it, 9 health at his lowest point?
He was quite low, and there's a lasso coming up now on the PL. Can they get him? Yes, they do, because they have a Sentry Ward. And that is just something which you have to have against Invis heroes, is just some Invis detection. And that was just way too easy.
Yeah, this Batrider is playing phenomenally. They're zoning out that PL so well. And he's got half the farm that the Batrider does. This is not going well for We Forgot Rosh at all.
And this is the power of that we've seen from Tesla game and game again. Now they're going to try and go for this tier 1 top. And there's not an obvious trade up. And now they have to retreat. They're not sure where everyone is. Obviously the ward picking up the Chen.
TP's in there. It's a good thing they did retreat because they would have got picked off. Looks like there may be a team fight here though in top and in a moment because they're all staying.
And they're just de-warding by the Shadow Demon, making sure they don't have enough much map vision. But that ward,
top tower has been denied.
and Puck getting off the deny, denying even their hope of getting 1 tower in this game compared to 3 coming out from Team Tesla. Team Tesla? Team Tesla Azure? Yeah, you get that.
It'll do.
And Chen now got 3 creeps. Test of Faith up to level 3. Holy Persuasion level 4.
Yeah, this top lane I think is where the next little bit of action is going to be. They're going to try and push this tower, and I think if they can't, they're just going to, back off, let some farm happen, and keep the advantage.
And that's Blink Dagger coming out for the puck now. And really, Coddle just needs to push back this wave with his Illuminate, but it's only level 2 at the moment. And what was that? And that's Firefly, stolen by the Rubik. Obviously, he has a broomstick as well now.
Unfortunately, not being able to get off a lasso there.
And in danger.
Picked off, no, by that Rubik stun.
And Puck just initiates and only gets the Coddle in the break. And that is going to be Rubik dying. Closely followed by... Oh, no, he's gone into Split. He's used Primal Split, being able to get out of that.
With PL's in danger here. If they turn around on him, they will be able to pick him off.
And Batrider, really, can he survive? Being blocked into a corner now. And that is going to be the end of Primal Split. And he's just being out of... Oh, he just falls at the end there. And that's Puck dying as well. Just a little bit before that.
That was fantastic play there again from Tesla. The only person they lost to that was Puck. And, that's a great trade.
Yeah, Puck for Brewmaster. I think you would take that anytime. And that is just the Blink initiation. He's been stunned up there. Lasso's on cooldown. And you've got to be afraid for this team. And that is Coddle just dropping. Closely followed by the Rubik. And PL has nowhere left to go. He's just going to have to let this tier 1 fall.
It's a fantastic play there from Tesla, taking 2 extra hero kills plus this tier 1 tower. That's going to give him a lot more wiggle room.
And something we have to remember is that whole fight was only 4v5.
That's just it. And now as well, Puck's got free farm in mid. He's pushing that nicely. Anti-Mage has got free farm in bot. He's pushing that nicely because all of We Forgot Rosh have got to go top. They can't let them push.
And there could also be an easy pickup now if they choose to stay. Nope, they're going to back off now. They're getting those kills, getting that tier 1. And really, they're just going to rotate and just continue pushing.
Yet again, we've got excellent ward coverage from Tesla. The only thing they don't have warded is the Rosh pit. But We Forgot Rosh have forgotten Rosh, so it's all good.
It has eventually happened. And he's only managing to steal the Shadow Poison. Probably not what he wants, really, from the Shadow Demon, who has level 4 up on Soul Catcher.
Oh, and the Batrider is going to try and pick off this Darkseer. A little bit early on the Blink Dagger, not quite close enough, but he's got the lasso, and he's not going anywhere.
That's going to be a very dead Darkseer, and they should just turn around and straight push this tower.
That's what's going to happen, these creeps. Man, Tesla are pushing so well. They're rotating, they're ganking, and they're just outplaying We Forgot Rosh.
And we've seen this, this is their current trend, and it's working for them, and they didn't really pick up a lineup, which was majorly different. They didn't ban out the Chen, they just let him pick up the Chen, and this is really showing now. This push just coming out, the 20-minute push coming out from Chen, just really dominating. Blink Dagger up on the Rubik, just Puck's letting loose. But he's managed to steal Blink from the AM, who then just blinks back and gets the kill. And Brewmaster
falling as well. This is absolutely brutal. I mean, the Anti-Mage now, by the time he got up his Battle Fury, I think it was probably 16 minutes in, which is fantastic timing. It's not quite 20 minutes, and he's almost got up his next item. So that's fantastic.
And I don't know if they're going to try and go tier 3 here, but they could.
Like they will try. I think they'll just give it a little bit of poke, see how much resistance is there, see how much damage they can get on the tower, and then once things look dangerous, they'll just back off, because there's no reason to try and hard push it.
Yeah, they don't really have to force this, and that's Blink, and he's got his 4 stuff up now as well, and that is going to be a very quick kill on the Rubik, being picked off, and there's also a disruption coming out on the Darkseer. They're just trying to pick him off as well, and that's easy with the Anti-Mage blinking in, and there's Brewmaster jumping in with his, I think that was a Blink Dagger maybe, not quite sure, and he's straight into Primal Split. But it doesn't really pay off, not getting any kills up yet. Chen falling low. Has he used Hand of God yet? I think he has. It's on cooldown, just in that fight, and the mech also going out, and they're going to continue this push. PL not quite enough farm to be able to really do anything quite yet.
That was absolutely fantastic. The Firefly from Batrider allowing him to just poke in, poke out all day. They took that with a 2-for-0 trade. That's really good.
And there's Anti-Mage just TP's back, Going to defend this lane, get some farm up. He's got almost 3k.
Yeah, I can't see We Forgot Rosh responding to this. I mean, they're doing well. They're trying to defend as best they can. But Tesla have just got such an enormous lead. They've got map control. They've got a huge gold lead, especially with these towers down. I don't know what they're going to do.
XP well in their favour as well. All above the 1,000 marks now. Really quite powerful leads. Sorry, 10,000 mark on both of them now. They're just popping up some defensive wards. They also have ward coverage there. And another pause coming out from the Chen. Another 5 minutes.
This is really interesting. I mean, the Batrider's got more than double the farm of the 2 carries for We Forgot Rosh. I mean, he's got his 4 staff up, he's got his blink, and now he's almost got up what looks to be Hood as well. So, who knows where this is going to go. I can't see this ending very well for We Forgot Rosh.
And that was not a blink on the Brewmaster. He just walked in there and just popped his ulti. Just being able to get a kill in. And that is Mitchell joining us now, Dark Dawn.
Hello!
Joining us for the end of this cast. Just, sneaking in there.
Yep.
Around about, 20-minute mark.
Well, some might say that's pretty early, but it seems to be not the case for this game.
Well, especially considering the last game was an 18-minute GG.
Fair enough, fair enough.
And this Chen pickup that we've seen from Tesla time and time again has just been so useful in their early push. And they just built their team around the Chen, being able to gank and just push down these towers. And that leaves We Forgot Rosh with not much early game other than the Darkseer, other than the Rubik. Maybe a little bit of the Brewmaster as well with the early game. And they just picked up that anti-mage just to protect the end game, just in case it got pushed out somehow. So they'd have some answer to the PL. But still, Tesla just dominating up. Batrider being able to pick off all those heroes. He's got Blink Dagger and 4 stuff now. And like you said, he's almost got that pipe.
That's just it. And I mean, it's interesting looking from game 1. Tesla had this very early game strategy, and they've just changed it a little bit and tweaked it so that they've gone to more of a defensive strategy with the ganking, and that's helped them to go this mid-game strategy, which is fantastic because now, with that anti-mage, now is where he's starting to hit his peak because he's got his Battle Fury up. He's almost got his next item.
Actually, I think it's up on the courier.
It is. It's up on the courier. It's heading to him at the moment.
That's a Yasha, a Quelling Blade, and Power Treads. So that is going to be Power Treads up on the Anti-Mage. Obviously with the Quelling Blade and the Yasha, he's just going to probably go in jungle, just farm up for a little bit. 20-minute Battle Fury. That's still pretty good.
It is, and it looks like at this rate, before the 25-minute mark, he's probably going to have his Manta up. And that's just going to be absolutely insane when it comes to picking off these heroes from We Forgot Rosh.
And there's a Diffusal Blade being built by the PL, trying to get off that early damage, but he's only got the 2 Blades of Alacrity, and nothing else other than that. I'm missing these jokes.
So a man and his pet giraffe go down to the local pub for a drink.
Okay.
I guess that's a thing.
That's all we got at the moment.
That's all we got. Incomplete. Bit unimpressed, Gonna finish off really to make me laugh.
Yeah, there's no punchline. Where's the punchline?
Right here, Joe. Yeah.
After a while, they get a little pissed. They're asked to leave. Wow, it's a fascinating joke.
That's fantastic.
Quite slow.
Alright, we got reconnect from Chen now. Hopefully, we get started soon.
Well, obviously, he just needed to restart his compy. So, I think we're ready.
Here we go. Looks like we won't be able to jump straight back into it now. Obvious strap horse.
Yeah, again, obviously, these strap horse coming out this game. Far out. Just everywhere. And, yep, Brewmaster, you're not going to find anything but a Chen. And you don't really want to go on that. Okay, fair enough.
The pretty mean Ursa there.
It's being intimidating. Just like, man, that Ursa's just more panda-like than I am.
It's interesting. It looks like they're starting to group up a little bit more now. They, well, as I say that, they start running away from each other. But it looks like, they're starting to push mid a little bit. They might be going for a tower. But who knows? I mean, Tesla are already in position to defend it. So I don't know what they're going to be able to do.
I think that's slightly out of range. Just needing to stay around about. Not quite close enough to be able to get that D-ward off. So they do have vision of if they decide that they want to rotate after from a team fight, go to that Rosh.
Anti-Mage taking this top tower. They've just pinged it for the TPs, but nobody's going in. I don't even know if they've got any TPs available on the team. And they're all in
and they've just smoked up, actually. But then they split up when they smoke, so they're not obviously going to look to do anything with that.
Anti-Mage taking that that top tower. That's tier 2 done.
That was uncontested as well.
Yeah. This is very interesting. It was an odd choice of smoke, dropping that smoke and then running away and not really doing anything with it.
And that's really hard. Why it's so hard to kill an anti-mage. Just blinks out. And PL and Brewmaster both going on him, just trying to get the extra little bit of damage up. It just didn't really happen for him.
The PL's trying his best to get his farm up, but he just can't compete. They don't have enough map control. They start to push out with the lanes and they have to drop back because there's just nothing they can do.
And Tesla just trying to pick off a Rosh. And now, of course, they have no vision of the rotation, especially if they come from this angle through here. But the only wards they have are these two here, and they can probably see that they're out of base, but I don't think We Forgot Rosh are going to be able to contest this at all. And I think their memories are just maybe a little bit blank at the moment.
You can see the draw coming in from, I believe that was Brewmaster pointing to Rosh, and 2 seconds later, there goes Rosh.
And that's just a very easy pickup. And really, there's not much more that can be said in this game. Tesla just really taking control like we've seen them do time and time again. Blink Dagger finally up on the Brewmaster. Now be able to initiate.
Looks like Tesla are going to go for a hard push at bot here. Maybe try and go high ground. And all of We Forgot Rosh are in, tier 2 mid, so they can rotate around to bot. They can defend this. But I don't know if they're going to be able to do it successfully because the team fight coming out from Tesla and the pick-off potential is just huge. Here we go, moving up to this high ground now. Dropping that sentry ward just outside of tower range.
Just to make sure that, no one, just a surprise initiation on him. And really, Pell is trying to get up some farm, but he's not really being able to do anything against that stack of Ancients. Blink Dagger coming in now from the Battle Rider, able to lasso up on the Rubik. And that is a very quick dead Rubik. And Brewmaster blinking in, using this lap straight into the Primal Split now. And he's getting DPS down. That's the Fire Panda down already. Closely followed by the Storm Panda. And Earth Panda just trying to run, just trying to get away. And Anti-Mage blinking in for that kill. Oh, just steals it right at the end. Purge coming up now. On the Coddle. Just falls really quickly. Disruption now onto the Darkseer. Just being forced in, surrounded by all those illusions. And that is a very, very dead team, except for the PL who's just hiding in base.
Enormous team fight there, and the GG call from We Forgot Rosh.
Yeah.
It's game over.
Yeah, and that's game. And that means that Tesla Azure, the first team that's going to be going into this grand final for the Australian, that will happen sometime next week, with obviously the next game for the Australian being played on the Saturday. And that is going to be between Crit My Pants and Butt Buddies. And really, they're going to be looking at this Tesla just line up and just see what they can do against it, because it's just so strong with this Chen.
It is. I would not be surprised going into that grand final just seeing instant respect ban on Chen. Because you would not want to go against this if you didn't have a solid strategy to face it.
I mean, unless they pick up like a Clinks or a Lone Druid with double Midas, which I've seen a couple of times, but still. One on EU servers, definitely with 300 ping, just being able to. Oh dear, a little bit of trolling coming up from Miracle Drug.
He's been doing that all game. There's nothing new there.
True, and he's just not going to leave. Just going to force out them to push this lane. Just get down, but still very, very decisive. Another very quick game, 25-minute game coming out from Tesla. Just 3 versus 25. Quite strong.
They've got some really good early game. They've got some fantastic mid game. Everyone is going to have to change their strategies. They can't go for a late game strat against Tesla because it's just not going to work.
Bat Rider just a little bit.
And the pro disruption.
Just forcing, you're not going to get picked up. Chen just sending him back there. And with the last disconnect from Brewmaster, that'll be the end of the game in just in a couple of minutes now. We'll just wait for the load screen and just, show you the end. But very, very decisive play. Just really showing their strengths. That early game is really powerful. The Chen ganks and the ganks from mid. And that is going to be the end of it there.
Narcotic playing fantastically that game with the pickoffs and allowing Deckers to farm up until he got that Battle Fury Mantis style combo. And he just ripped the enemy team to shreds.
And really, the Anti-Mage could have even farmed up if it really got that lane, but both the Chen and the Anti-Mage and the Bat Rider never being killed. All 3 core heroes except for the Puck. Sorry, 4 core heroes because we obviously had a jungle Puck. Obviously being picked off twice there, but a lot of assists coming out from him. But really, hero mode Anti-Mage. Yeah, just showed how it's done.
As well. That's just it. They've done fantastically.
Anyway, that's going to be all from us tonight. Obviously, that's the end of the best of 3. We're going to be casting up again on Saturday, pardon me. Actually, on Sunday too, different tournament. But yeah, that's going to be all from us. So I'm Trentus for DDT. Joining me was Tom. Thanks for Tom for casting.
My pleasure.
You know, it was lots of fun having you in. You know, just adding your little input, little couple of wisecracks, and you know, Mitchell ducked on, just coming in at the very end there, just making a sneaky appearance.
I had to get in here somewhere.
Yeah, just sliding in. Thanks, guys. That's going to be all from us. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
See ya.